If you have a family member, if you go into the advanced stages, if you decide to become a practitioner in level 3 and 4, you would be doing this for your clients. Or in degree 1 and 2, you can use the Seiheki symbol. As you already know in your content, is for mental and what's going on emotionally. So basically, our beautiful model here on the table is going through a lot right now. She's in school. She's decided to go back to school, and she hasn't been in school for quite a few years. And she's also working a full-time job on that. So she's a bit overwhelmed. She's having this difficulty in remembering the content that she needs for school. So it's creating an anxiety. So the Seiheki symbol is brilliant for working with anxiety and calming the mind down, especially if the mind is going 20 miles an hour. This is very common in my practice, where people are having trouble sleeping, they don't feel grounded, they can't focus, they can't concentrate. So it also can be used for if somebody's going through like a heartbreak, if they or have lost somebody. You can work through that through the heart chakra, even though that is another course online to teach you how to work with the chakras. Okay, but what we're going to do is more work with the Seiheki to give her calmer anxiety, but also to help her have more concentration when she's studying, and she can hold and retain that information when she's studying, but also when she takes her exams and understanding. So basically, again, as you already know in your content, to draw the Seiheki symbol 3 times in each hand. And then what you're going to do is come up into around the head, and you're going to kind of concentrate into her mind and just have the intent of that Seiheki to calm her down. Any pressure in her head or any pressure, and she was explaining that she was starting to get severe migraines to the point where she's having trouble seeing because of the migraines. So then what you can do is just go over above her head, her eyes, and visualize taking that pressure off the mind in the skull, in the brain. You don't need to know the anatomy or the muscles, that kind of thing. You just intent that the energy doesn't feel like it's flowing properly. So I'm feeling more pressure on the left side of her brain than I am on the right. So I'm just going to guide this. My right hand wants to go here. And again, with the energy work, you'll just know where to go. Your hand will just decide to go where it wants to, kind of thing, because the energy is flowing through. So the Reiki will guide you where you need to go. So I'm just going to go above her head. Yeah, she's starting to pull energy in from her head. It's flowing through here. I can feel that she's pulling the energy from her crown chakra or the top of her head. And it's kind of like a sponge. She's just pulling that energy in. I'm being guided towards the middle of her forehead, her third eye. And there's a pressure right in here, right across. So we're just waiting for that to clear and that energy to be pulled out. And if you can see, my hand is getting a little bit higher and higher. Yeah, she's got a lot going on in here, so we're just going to kind of wait. And that's the thing. You might have your hand sitting here for a minute, 2 minutes. Sometimes I've had my hand in a position over someone's body for 10 minutes. So I just wait. There's no rush with the work. And when it feels like it's done, I'll know. Because if you keep pushing, try to make that energy work more, then you're defeating your purpose. Okay, it's starting to dissipate. There's a pressure in her chest. She needs a bit of work. So now I'm feeling like I need to just switch over to the chokurei, even though we're working with the degree 2, but all of a sudden I'm feeling that there's a pressure on the chest. So I'm using the chokurei symbol, so I'm switching gears here. And this is what can happen in when you're working with family or friends, or even with a client. So now I feel like I just need to pull it out, send it into the universe, let the light take it. And then I'm doing a circular motion. For me, that's what I do in my practice, to just break up that energy out and whatever's residue of energy in here. There, and then it feels really light around her head. Now, this is the beautiful thing. I can also work with the Hansei Shonen, as you already know in your content on the online course, is I can also use the Hansei Shonen for her to help her with her studying, to activate that energy, that she will be able to retain that energy. I can activate that. If she gives me a specific time, I can do that, or I can have it go through the day or through her whole course. She can have the Hansei Shonen. I can also activate when she takes her course online. So when she's studying, when she's taking that test, that Reiki energy is coming through her to allow her to be calm and relaxed, and with the Seiheki symbol while she's taking, and be able to answer those questions calmly. So I can activate that too. So that's what we're going to do. So again, you can draw it on your hands and visualize that you're sending it to the classroom or sending it to home, because recently in 2020, we're in 2021, we're studying at home online and working from home. So this will also help her, we can activate that energy wherever she is. And we can keep this energy as long as she needs it in her, through the duration of the course she's taking, or we can specifically activate it for that particular day. That's the beautiful thing about the Hansei Shonen. You can use it in the past, present, and future. You can use it for, as you already know, for job interviews, to activate so that you get that job. Now the energy is getting lighter, as you can see. Okay. Okay. Or if you know the anatomy, you can go into the adrenal glands to just calm her nervous system down. And you can have that energy specifically going there. I'm just touching because that's what I feel I'm guided to. You can also work with that she's hard on herself. She's a bit of a perfectionist, so that she doesn't have to be a perfectionist. As she smiles as I look down at her, that she already knows that with that reaction. She's got this. She's done it before. Okay, or you can specifically put an intent into the area of what you want the Hansei Shonen to do for you, or the Seiheki to have a specific, or you can just allow it to go through the body and it will know where to go to help her out. So it's great for addictions. If you know somebody who's struggling with addictions, if you have their permission, you can work with that to help them through that. So that's the beautiful thing about the Seiheki. And same with surgeries, you can use the chokurei in degree 1, but you can also, if they have fears about their surgery, you can use the seiheki, and then you can, on top of that, use the hansei shinen, or you can use them separately. So that's a way to work with them.